So recently I was posting a video of a stop motion shot that I had created, and I wanted to play around in After Effects to see how difficult it would be to remove the green screen and isolate the two elements that were in the shot. So initially I used the Roto brush in After Effects, and that did a pretty good job to sort of begin the process, but where I really hit a wall was trying to refine everything. And in that area, I think I was using the Roto brush incorrectly. Here you can see I'm kind of going around and using the Roto brush to try and paint details. And eventually it got so frustrating that I started to use the pen tool to try to create some additional masks out of vector shapes to roto out areas of high detail. And you can see that I spent quite a bit of time playing around with the shapes. And of course, then there was an issue because this mask was a positive, but then the negative area would also have to be carved out because the Roto brush wasn't doing such a great job. So it became incredibly frustrating. What I discovered was that I was using the Roto brush incorrectly, and what I should have focused on, rather than going frame by frame right away, is to try and do most of the work on the first frame, and then After Effects would try to propagate that. Although it was fun to play around with the pen tool for such a long period of time, it eventually proved to be a very inefficient way to get the green screen done. I think the next pass I'll definitely be using the pen tool to help create some mask areas. But I think the way that I'm working here is just too labor intensive, and it's going to just take way too much time. I know this is really common in visual effects, that Roto is labor intensive and takes a lot of time. But I'm going to see if I can try using the Roto brush in a different method and see if I get better success. Overall, this was about an hour of me playing around and getting incredibly frustrated with how things were going. I did get a lot of practice using the pen tool, like I said, but the result isn't exactly what I wanted. Here you can see again the issue of trying to use the mask as either a positive or a negative, and the issue I was running into was that the area outside the teeth I would have to add back and then try to subtract away with the mask. I tried to take a positive mask and turn it into a negative mask, hanging on to the outlines, but of course you could see that the result was less than spectacular. And then trying to use the Roto brush over and over again on different frames, it made it really, really heavy. So I eventually gave up.